just been really busy at work, so it's just it's trying to find the time. But so Mike and I, we celebrated our first year wedding anniversary there about 2 weeks ago. Yeah, it was about 2 weeks ago. So
October 7th.
we got to talking last week, just like, what's the first year of marriage been like, and we said, look, why not do a video on it, and kind of put a few points across, what we thought the first year of marriage was like, and kind of any difficulties or any positives that kind of we kind of found. So I'm going to kick the ball off rolling here, and I'm going to ask you, Mike, or it's kind of for both of us. So during the first year of marriage, has there been any issues in the relationship, but due to the age gap, like, so kind of specifically towards the age gap relationship?
Well, I think we both agreed on this, didn't we? We've had no problems due to our age gap relationship, and we don't really think we are going to have any. I mean, I think we both know that we're going to have a few bumps, but
Bruises.
No, nothing's been big, and everything we've worked out without a problem. But it's just funny because you heard there were so many problems when you marry with a big age gap, but we have experienced none of them, and it's gonna be smooth sailing, isn't it?
I hope so. I hope so. Look, I agree with you there. Like, there's always going to be bumps in any marriage, but if we're relating the question to age gap, there's been, nothing. There's been nothing.
Okay, that's good. Okay, another thing we talked about, I need my glasses, was, has marriage met all of our expectations? What do you think, Aaron?
If I'm going to be completely honest here. I was at the stage where I didn't think I was ever going to get married. I kind of accepted that, to be honest. So I didn't really have any expectations going into this marriage. Ideally, I suppose I thought if I ever was to get married, that it would have to be to the perfect person. They'd have to match my personality, kind of stuff like that. But look, honestly, marriage for me, and I can't believe I'm saying this, I really can't, has exceeded all my expectations. It's so fun being married to someone you love, and that's like on your same kind of fun level, same, like, just every level. So it's so weird, but it's been, it's amazing. Like, I never thought anyway marriage would be like this, but it's like, it's better. It's so weird me saying this. Like, honestly, if you knew me years ago, you never thought like I'd be like this.
You would see Aaron Flynn, a married man, and happy.
I know, but it's like, anyway, look, from short to the point, like, sorry for waffling on, but it's been, for me anyway, it's been better than expected. And look, what about you?
Best thing in the world.
Thank God he said that as well. So the next bit we're going to talk about. So, in our year of marriage, what has been the best thing, or what's the best thing about being married for you?
Being able to spend every possible minute every day with my person I love most in the world, and I could never consider loving anybody more. I just can't imagine it happening. And being able to spend every minute with you, but I can't.
He is the sweetest.
So do I get to ask you something now?
You certainly do.
Okay, guys. How has COVID affected our marriage?
Is this for me?
Yeah, and that's basically because I moved to Ireland a year and a half ago when COVID was beginning, and haven't left. So,
and we all know what COVID's been like. It's been like, ugh. So look, for the question, during the first year of marriage, we're kind of relating it to, the first part of the marriage, COVID was at its like worst, I suppose, and everything was still in lockdown. So look, we were spending like every second of the day with each other, which I absolutely loved. That's when we really, I suppose, grew closer and closer and closer. So, the biggest effect that COVID, has played is probably towards the end. So we're coming out of lockdown. So I'm back in work full time. So, it's long days. So sometimes I'm in work and I'm like, oh, do you know what I do? I miss his face. I miss being able to pop my head in here every 5 minutes, or every 15 minutes. I shouldn't say every 5, just in case anyone from work sees this. But you start to miss each other. Like, I really started to miss him. That's been the hardest part on me. And then I feel bad sometimes because I come home and I'm tired and I can't give him all my energy. I can certainly try to, but I can't always. So that's been the most difficult thing, I suppose, in the first year of marriage when it comes to like bringing COVID into the play. Like,
yeah, I think I pretty much agree with Aaron that You know, I miss, first of all, I miss him. I miss spending all of our time together. And even though somehow he had to work 8 hours a day, we were able to plan his day so we could make all these outings and, you know, sneak out to the parks and stuff and take walks together, which I miss. Now it's a lot, you know, we have to structure our time better. And then, you know, I think I'm glad he's around other people and I'm not jealous at all. But, you know, I don't know anybody really in Dublin, so sometimes I wish I did, so I didn't have to dump on him when he comes home. No, but, you know, so I miss being with him all day long, and I miss that connection we had, just being able to see each other over 15, 20 minutes and, you know, tell each other how much we love each other. Right?
Oh, I know. Look, that is the most difficult thing, I think, within the first year of marriage was anyway.
Okay. Oh, you can ask me something.
I certainly
Okay.
am. So look, in any marriage or like even anytime you're in a relationship and you're growing closer and closer to someone, so I think we were pointing this out last week, is like, so within the first year, has anything like you started to realize about me started annoying you? Like, do I do anything that annoys you?
Yes. But, you know, guys, I had to really think hard, because I'll tell you something. The first thing I do when he does something that bugs me, if it's not huge, well, he hasn't really done anything huge that bugs me, but, you know, I just say to myself, you know, hey, you're living with the person you love most in the world. Is it a big deal? And you know what? Usually it isn't. So I thought one thing he does that irritates me is, you know, 5 days a week when he goes to work, I make the bed, and I do a damn good job. But anyway, no, I like the covers all tucked in, and the first thing he does every night is gets in bed and pulls all the covers out, and it used to drive me up a tree. Now I never even think about it.
So
It's-
warm.
Anyway, it's just Aaron, and I love him. So you know what? And that's, you know, if something happens, I just say, hey, you know, is it really a big deal? So I honestly forget almost
He
everything.
actually says, "Hey, what you doing?"
So anyway, the other thing we talked about, I don't know if you would call it intimacy or what, but, you know, if we get having sex, if we get closer, and if we have emotional issues, if we get closer, and how does that work?
You ask me the question.
Oh, I don't know. Well, I'll answer. So anyway,
Work away.
no, I would say, you know, I think we started our relationship being completely honest with each other. I don't know why, but we did. And, you know, at times it's been difficult, but, you know, once you work out those rough patches, you know, this is when we, you know, probably, you know, even 4 years ago when we met, you know, we've always been honest. And once if you start a relationship that way, I think it gets easier, because you know, you're just more honest and you love each other more. And I'd say the same thing, you know, having sex, you know, when you start having sex with somebody, it's always new. And if, you know, you're honest, and I don't know if free is the right word, but, you know, if you're honest with each other, you know, it gets better and better. And so, you know, it's like our whole relationship is just getting better than I could ever imagine a relationship could be. It's the best thing.
Yeah, like, I mean, if we're talking about, like, so I suppose I'm going to answer the question now. If we're talking about intimacy issues, kind of like, so emotionally, during the last year, we've gotten closer and closer. Like, I mean, like, it's really good, I think, when you can be so open with someone that you really have this strong bond. So emotionally, the intimacy level is through the roof, which that kind of has a spin-off effect, because that makes sex even more, like, emotional with someone. Oh, you absolute lovebird. So, like, I mean, look, sex gets better, intimacy gets better. Like, people often say, first year of marriage, you know, intimacy kind of goes out the window, but, like, look, I don't think that's ever going to happen to us. Like, he's too hot, like, for me not to be fucking, sorry about the language, but he's too hot for me not to be so, like, into him. And, like, just on the emotional side is that we're so close that it just makes everything better as well. So, intimacy is through the roof.
Okay, guys, I'm going to let him stop while he's ahead. But, well, it's great getting back to you. I mean, hopefully, I'm not going to say seeing you, because you're seeing us. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. And remember, you could subscribe, and Aaron will tell you the details.
Look, guys, we will see you again, and we're just going to, I don't know what we're going to do now.
Goodbye.
So we're going to say goodbye. All right, so see you guys.